Welcome, Pisces. This is your reading for the rest of June and for the next 30 days. Let's see what's coming in for you and your person. Well, let your friends help you, okay? Ask for and accept support from others. So get the people around you to help you, assist you, or perhaps give you advice. But this can also just be help you get ready. Ask your friends that are in healthy relationships how they did it and what they did. Ask the people that have the stuff that you want, right? Don't take advice from people who don't have healthy relationships. If you're looking for relationship advice, just like you don't take financial advice from your broke friends. Otherwise, you could just keep getting broken advice, right? So we have calling in your soulmate. So again, this is just a beautiful energy of how to manifest that, but your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So just knowing that the angels are assisting you. Prayers go up and then answers come down, blessings come down. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life, whatever this situation has been. Perhaps some of you, this is self-isolation. You put yourself in this place. For others of you, this is also a time for you to need to break free from this space. So Pisces, maybe you've been going through a lot of like mental and physical, right? Because there's like bite marks on her too here. So there could be like maybe you've dealt with some energy vampires. Maybe you've been through some abusive, traumatic situations. And this can also just be the time you needed to be separated from the herd, to be separated. Also, it's coming through like, and they say in the Bible too, like God separates you so that you can hear him. And if you're asking for all these prayers and stuff, but you're not ready to receive, you need to free yourself from what it is that you think, whether this is your paradigm, whether this is your mindset, whether this is your environment, right? Sometimes the biggest restriction that we have are the ones that we put on ourselves. So I feel like there could be limitations or limiting beliefs or just even in general, things you don't know. So have fun, playfulness coming through here. And it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun and shine. So free yourself from what you think it should be. I feel like maybe you've been like, no, I can't do that. Like literally restrictions. You can't go out, right? Could have been like this pandemic has really influenced you. Could have really caused a lot of like changes to how you were able to be. And perhaps you've adapted a lot of things out of fear is how it's coming through to me. So let your friends help you get back out there. Let your circle, let your faith, let your, prayer and belief in having more and better is also going to help you break free. So you are about to have a breakthrough. So for whoever needed that, your breakthrough is coming, okay? And I feel like it's also just asking you to have fun again, to really embrace this beautiful energy. And I see a lot of red here too. So it could also be like the root chakra has to do with getting grounded, spending time around trees, but gaining that security. And I feel like you've put yourself into a safety bubble and you're not Bubble Boy. And that's an old movie reference for the youngins. But otherwise, it's also just like it's time for you to burst your own bubble and get back out there and do the things that you need to do. So let's get the beautiful tarot messages. What else can we tell you about the person you're dealing with? So for some of you too, perhaps you're wanting to manifest a new relationship, but you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket, right? You can't meet someone new if you don't put yourself out there. You can't start a relationship if you don't know how to flirt, right? For example, it starts somewhere. I'm not saying that there's a right or wrong way, and I'm not the person to tell you how to do that, but also you shoot your shot. You take aim. And hey, listen, practice, just go out there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't have the right bow, you don't have the right arrow. Just throw something into the right bow. And then here we have these wands, okay? 7 of Wands. I feel like there have been maybe a lot of blocks. Maybe there's been a lot of resistance. Maybe you're also really just like fighting off things. It could also be like, you have commodity and you have to be selective, or you're putting yourself in this level here where you've leveled up in the temptations, right? Like maybe you have also needed to isolate yourself to protect yourself, because I'm going to keep dating the wrong kind of person if I keep hanging around the wrong kind of places, or if I keep looking for love in X, I'm not going to find this because that's why, right? So it's also like wanting something serious, wanting something real, but then also having to be sure that the ones that are just waving their wands at you want something more than just the one night encounters. I have to Be selective. Why? Because you look beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're sitting in your divine, flowing, feminine energy. You're radiant. You're just in this self-love that is just exuding. And when you are doing this healing work, it's like a magnet to everybody, right? Like everything comes to the flame. Moths, mosquitoes, grasshoppers. I don't know, like whatever. I don't know why that came out. That could be significant for someone. But I'm just saying, Four of Swords. Where also perhaps you've been rejecting or not allowing people because you are healing. Four of Swords is also about taking this time for rest and recovery. And that could also be a big part. So some of you could be really going through a recovery, whether it's from addictions, whether it's from, like I said, painful cycles, painful situations, or just circumstances that you have grown out of or you have evolved away from. And this could also be what you had to free yourself from. You had to free yourself from those demands, those burdens, those, like I said, it's like a taunting. For some of you, it's just also like there's just a lot of people or circumstances that require you and have been like, whether these are chains that you feel to obligations or whether this is, you know, demands of the people around you or stuff that you used to do, and then just you wake up one day and you're like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be that part of me anymore. I don't want to continue to water those relationships because I'm watering and not getting fruits out of this, right? So for some reason with the playfulness here too, it's just really asking you to get out there. Here, yeah, grab your own wand. That's what I said. Some of you with the Page of Wands, there could have been something that just wasn't serious. You might have been looking for love and they weren't. Like I said, they weren't the wand for you. But it's also talking about the Three of Swords here, so really healing this. So I think like for some of you, you have set out on what it is you want on this new adventure, this new direction, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, like I'm not looking for anybody else. Even if there are people who are looking at you and saying like, yeah, I would like something with you. But right now you might be still healing and processing and needing to have this recovery period. So for some of you, I feel like that's also why you've gotten into this painful cycle or this hurt cycle that you've been going through, which is fine. For others of you with this circle, it could be a pattern you're recognizing, and there's a big wand energy here too with the Ace of Wands. So I'm just sharing with you that for some of you, like the opportunity is here to have everything you want. So someone does want to come in and offer this big branch to you, offer this big new opportunity and beginning. And in a way, it's sort of like reminding me of like, I'm manifesting this. I have the passion. I have the desire. I have all this energy and I have all this way of like bringing this creative force in. And it's also just saying like, there's delays, there's separation. For some of you, this Pisces energy can also be you, right? Like get out of your own way. Look, he's the one who's holding himself up. And like you are, like, did I not say that? You're the one who's kind of keeping yourself stuck there. So this is part of like getting caught up. But there's just this need. Maybe this is an energy because wand also is like our physical body. So maybe it's just you've not had the energy for things or you've been preventing. There's a lot of things that you got to deal with and you just haven't had that. It's like lackluster or just lacking that energy. And I'm not saying that you don't, but when you're healing your heart space, you can't really have that momentum to pour into other things because you got a crisis of your being, right? If your heart's not beating properly, how are you supposed to live, right? So there's sort of like a priority had to take precedence right now for you. And that's why it's saying like, let your friends help you. Like, don't forget you're not alone. Don't forget you're not the only one. Don't forget your faith. Don't forget your fun. Don't forget your belief and enjoy this process again. So maybe it is time to just get out there and have that beautiful wand energy that's definitely trying to come through. But for some of you, I feel like it also just really has to do with like adventure and putting yourself out there. Four of Cups, right? Spending some time outdoors may also deliver something, right? You have all these things you appreciate, these situations you love. And because it's this beautiful yellow, it has to do with like this confidence, this security, really supported. He's even leaning on the tree. And this card's a very different version of the Four of Cups to me because he looks at peace. Like he's not even seeing this cup, and even the cup's like right there, right? But he's not seeing it because he's so content within. So I also feel like you are finding gratitude for the situation. You are getting centered. You are getting grounded. You are being supported, being out in nature. It's really bringing this confidence forward to you. And what's also pretty is it's like he's here praying at the tree, and ironically behind her there's all these trees too, and the angels, right? So it's almost like you are being guided, and it's like you might not realize that, like, maybe it has something to do with a specific location that you like to spend time in. That could be where you meet this person as well. And look, they're both, right? Ah, see, I love pictures. So it's also just like the symbology, right? Like you both are out there praying, manifesting, like life is great, God, thank you, but I would really love someone to share my cup with. I'm really wanting to call in my soulmate. And then all of a sudden, hey, you like outdoors too? Me too. Just an example, very simple example. Right? We've got all these wands going on. So you're growing something out of this. It's all the patience is paying off. With the Seven of Pentacles, it also talks about the evolution, the time, yeah, after a really painful period, a lot of betrayals, a lot of deceptions, a lot of situations that have really left you and you've hit rock bottom. Some of you, like I said, this could really be like removing yourself from situations that were affecting or influencing addictions, affecting or influencing your mental health, right? Like you cannot thrive in situations, like you can't heal from the place that hurts you. So this could literally have had you needing to get out, get away, get far away from somebody or something, or your family even, right? Toxic situations can be anybody, even sometimes your own mind. So that's why it's saying spend some time outside in the outdoors. Otherwise, you're just going to keep staring at the floor kind of thing. So strength energy here with this beautiful Empress and her lion. It's about really just having this courage and strength. Like, you know what you've been through. So you have to free yourself from that weakness or feeling that betrayal or pain or whatever this was. And you might very well have to literally block the people who have hurt you. And this might just be advice for all of us, right? In order for us to recover from these situations, we can't allow them to have access, because you can't trust the situation because you don't want to be betrayed again. And for some of you, it was the same person that you would take a bullet for that was the one holding this in your back, right? So closed off with the Two of Swords, needing to have this heart space heal, but also allowing yourself to find this peace. And again, that peaceful energy is coming through again. So getting your emotions in a beautiful space, but also getting your thoughts in a beautiful space. So it's also just learning to connect with our heart space here too, with the Hierophant. Marriage, right? This is our Taurus energy. This is someone, again, for some of you, this is actually seeking a mentor, seeking guidance, seeking therapy, seeking counseling from someone who is a professional, someone who has like the credentials to be able to give you direction here with the Hierophant. This is guidance. This is just something that's like divinely, right? I keep seeing faith. I keep seeing belief, having your friends. And even here, she kind of looks like she's getting ready for a wedding, okay? So there's like this element with the Hierophant. You're calling in your soulmate. You're calling in your person. You're calling in a serious connection, a commitment, a devotion, right? Someone who is the person for you. And it comes after this heartbreak. And it is something that is being a divine gift that's offering you that like heaven on earth kingdom, your kingdom spouse. That's beautiful. And you deserve it. So have fun in the process, guys. And let's see what their messages are for you. Let's see what's coming through from your person. Well, that's a lot here. I've been hurt by love before, right? You can't make this stuff up. So just clarification. Who hasn't? Join the club. We also have the thought of explaining myself and apologizing scares me. I don't want to see the pain I've caused in your eyes. So maybe they don't want to see it because they had to walk away because they knew what they did. Now, for some of you, this isn't about accepting people back. Sometimes you have to, I heard this and it was just so beautiful. Like the closure, like you don't need to hear their BS again. You don't need to hear their version. You don't need to hear their side of the story because their side of the story didn't care about your side of the story when they were doing the things that they knew would betray you, hurt you, and disrespect you. They didn't think about you when they were focusing on their wand needs, right? On their self, even though if they love you. Now, for some of you, this is someone new. I love you. And again, like, with the like light effect here, like this person could be really realizing it, but it can also just symbolize how this love is very different. The calling in your soulmate, right? Like you're like, I want someone who really loves me and gives it gives me this true, beautiful feeling. I don't want to hide this connection anymore. So someone does really want to, I want to dedicate a song to you. You could be hearing them through music or things that could be really like speaking to you, whether you're hearing something on the TV or you turn on your car and the radio plays something, or how this is. I've been astral projecting to you. So that's why you could be feeling, I was just going to say, you could be feeling their presence around you. And I didn't even realize it's in my hand. I'm speaking through songs. It's like I'm psychic. You can't make this stuff up. I've thought even though we're not together, I just can't see myself letting you go. So some of you could still be, like I said, having to cut someone out of your life. I'm situating this karmic situation. So some of you might have like a previous dynamic that you're still healing from. And you know, for some of you, this is your recovery journey. This is your healing from an abusive situation. This is your, I don't want to be in toxic relationships anymore. I don't want to be in settling mindsets. Whatever this is for you, you're healing that part of you that is accepting the same BS from a new face, which is basically what energy is, right? It's just the manifestation of something that we are still needing to hear. To hear the alarms. Maybe it's like red flags, or maybe it's just a sign. It is time to go. But at the same time, it's also for you time to let this go. Time for you to release whatever it is that's no longer serving you. And at the same time, okay, the song of time to say goodbye. Like, thank you, Josh Corbin, coming through. But for those of you, it's also just really like a sign for you to close that door so that this new beautiful door can happen. And some of you are freeing yourself from a karmic situation, a karmic tie, a karmic debt, whatever this could have been, in order for you to break free. And you are a beautiful unicorn. So step out and show the world what a masterpiece you are. I love you, Pisces. You deserve this. Thank you for your patience. I always love to give you a little extra because you have to wait the longest. So God bless you guys. Please only follow the resources and links that I provide. Otherwise, do not send money or think I'm giving you a deal or think it's me, because I never reach out to you outside of my website. You can only connect with me there and book my services there only. So I look forward to see you guys again really soon. God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe, and we will see you really soon. Take care. Bye.